As an analogy, electricity is everywhere. Electricity is not limited, even though they, in the powers that be, want to make you think that it's limited in some way so that you can be charged for it and at ever increasing capacities at different times. But energy is free, it's unlimited. But however, you need some kind of mechanism so that electricity can express. It can express as this particular microphone magnifying and amplifying my voice, the particular lights that are shining. Electricity is everywhere, but it needs a vehicle to express through, you see? So in that same way, this presence, this love, this beauty, this joy is everywhere, but it needs you. And it needs you to forge your own destiny, your own sense of wholeness and well-being, the perfect spiritual identity of yourself. You must make yourself available so that it can express through you. Then you will not say things like, oh my God, things are the way they are because, my aunt had this disease, therefore I'm going to have the same disease, you see. It runs in my family. No, it better run away from your family through you. You see, you won't just say, well, that's just the way conditions are. That's, the economic system is the way it is, and this is the way it is, and it must be God's will that we're suffering. Oh, no. Understand a universal principle here. A universal principle. That means yesterday, today, and forever. It works all the time. It is the truth all the time. And I mentioned it earlier that when the financial debacle happened in 2008, and now it's happening again with this limited way of thinking and immature economic system and the COVID situation, people are thinking that there's lack and limitation around. I want you to know that aliens did not arrive on earth and steal all the money. Did it? No, I checked with them. They said, no, we ain't got it. It's still here, okay? And nothing shifted in the realm of abundance. The only thing that shifted was an economic system that has a hole in it. And there's no circulation in it, only stagnation. So people are experiencing limitation. But guess what? If you forge your own destiny, you tap directly into the source of all creation, opportunities will happen for you, and you will prosper in a time when there's lack and limitation. You can do this, but you have to unplug your mind from the status quo way of thinking, lack and limitation and not enoughness, and step into the bright sunlight of your own being and accept in this instant that all the abundance and all the beauty and all the love and all the intelligence that there is here now. It didn't go anywhere because of an economic system and the downward spiraling trickle-down theory that never worked and never will work. No! You can forge your own destiny. And what does that mean again? There's a pattern of wholeness held irrevocably in the mind, heart of the infinite. It does not have a shelf life. It doesn't run out. That flame is lit. It may be covered by perception and beliefs and limited thinking. It may be covered by it, but it is there waiting for you to uncover it. And what's the greatest word that you can use in metaphysics? Practice, 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 practice. When you begin to practice your affirmative prayer, your sacred meditation, your life visioning, your hanging with high-minded people that are about something, having vision conversations, studying high vibrational, transformational teachings, becoming still, sometimes burning the midnight oil and feeling and sensing your oneness with the presence of God, you will begin to be available to more good than the surface mind can even imagine. So feel that you are here to break through the present paradigm that is sweeping through human consciousness. Fear, doubt, worry, lack, limitation, disease, something that I can't overcome, conditions, circumstances. Oh my God, the big boogeyman is out to get us. You see? Stop it and step up into your brightness of your own being. You are pure energy. You are pure consciousness. So how do you forge your own destiny? And when I say your own destiny, I'm not talking about a limited want. I'm not talking about little things that you may want, little baubles of the world. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about your having transformation in the layaway plan or all installments. You see, as I was saying earlier, imagine for a moment that you're living in a 5x5 box. After a while, you get tired of it. And then perhaps you graduate to a 6x6 box, 7x7, 10x10, 12x12 box. Eventually, you're going to be aware that there's a longing within you, not for a bigger box, but the longing within you is for your intrinsic freedom. Moksha! Intrinsic freedom. In other words, for you to realize you're a unlimited being and no box can hold you and you're not to fit in any box, which is why the only vaccine we have here at Agape is the small box vaccine. Small box vaccine. You know, we take it with a deep breath. We take it with prayer. We take it with meditation. We take it with vision. We take it with study. We take it with holy hugs, even with COVID, yes. We put our mask on, but we still hugging up in here. Now, listen. Small box vaccine, that's what we got for you, you see. And so that you're touching your infinite nature. So the first thing you have to know is who you are. And many of you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. You think you're your body. Your body is the accumulation of food and exercise, or lack thereof, you see. You think you're your mind. Your mind is the accumulation of what your senses have picked up on in the realm of experience, thought forms, beliefs, perceptions, imprints that have hit your mind, so that much of the things that are in your mind, you didn't even put there consciously. You didn't even do it. They're just running around, you know, something your mother says, something your dad says, something your uncle says, something the teacher said, the priest says, whatever the case may be. It's just running around in there, something you heard on the news, you see? And it's serving as a filter from you seeing the brightness of your own being and the brightness and the beauty and the love that is everywhere. You're not the body. You're not the mind. You are a radiant energy. You are a dynamic energy of pure consciousness, pure awareness. And so when you begin through the meditation process, you begin to notice that your body is in your field of awareness and you can give instruction to it. You begin to notice that your mind is in your field of awareness and you can begin to imprint your own mind. Why allow the news to imprint it? Why allow a politician to imprint it? Why allow anyone else but you to imprint your own mind? You see, you get to imprint your own mind. You get to say in substance, oh my God, there's so much brilliance here. There's so much love here. There's so much beauty here. I'm a vehicle of transcendent joy and ever-increasing abundance and prosperity. Everywhere I go, I am successful. Everything is always working together for good, even if I don't know how to do it. Good shows up in my life. You can begin to imprint your own mind. You forge your destiny by first coming to an understanding of who you really are. A unique expression of infinite potential. Only one of you. There's a lot resting on you. The fullness of God trusted you so much that it gave all that it is in you. Gave you everything. Trusted that you would open up this presence and be you fully, so that it can come into its own as your very life, you see. And then after you know who you are, you can look at the conditions and circumstances, and you can begin to say in substance, what good? God is always seeking the greatest expression of life. What is the greatest expression of life in this circumstance, in this situation? You're changing your context now. Context determines perception. Context determines perception. Context determines your perception. What is the greatest expression of life? Now my context is way out here. What is the greatest expression of life? And now I'm privy to inspiration straight from the mind, heart of the infinite. And then as I see what the greatest possibility is, I start to walk in that direction. Baby steps in that direction. Momentum takes over. Wisdom, guidance, direction starts to take over my life. Doors start to open. What are you talking about here? This is what we're talking about. Giving up lazy thinking. This is what lazy thinking is. Oh, it's God's will. It's the destiny of humanity. Oh, it's our individual and collective karma. Listen, karma does exist. The energy you put out, you do get back. But understand about karma. Karma doesn't produce destiny. Karma produces starting points. That the energy you put out comes back to you as a starting point. You get that energy back. It's a new starting point in your life. You've done some stuff, then you're going to get a block. You're going to get a hindrance somewhere in your life. That becomes a starting point. But what determines your destiny? Your destiny is forged by your attitude. Your attitude determines your character, and your character determines your destiny. So karma, you can't give me that old excuse, oh, well, it's my karma. That's why my life isn't good this year. Would you shut up? That's stupid. Why relegate your infinite nature to a misunderstanding of karmic propensities? God's will is for a greater expression of life. You set some things in motion. You made some maybe missteps that you think you made. You have a starting point, not so good. So what? Greatest affirmation in the world. So what? So what? Now let me begin. Now let me discover who I am. Let me imprint my own mind. Let me establish the context of the greater expression of life. Let me see it. Let me be captured by a new idea, a new feeling tone, a vision, a possibility, a dream. Let me walk slowly if I have to. Let me crawl if I have to. Toward a little bit, step at a time. And then, oh my God, I begin to see clearer and clearer. Oh, this is why you are here, students, lifelong learners. This is why you are here, to forge a destiny, you see. And that destiny is the uncovering of the wholeness in your own soul.